afternoon, this is News at 12, coming to you live on Politics and Business Television Abuja. My name is Bulus Joanna Ray. Many thanks for joining us at this time. The top stories. Nigerian missions in U.S. to address passport, visa, diaspora concerns. The Benue farmers to revitalize comatose commodity associations. Federal government to arraign Owo Church attack suspects 3 years after. Details coming up shortly. Stay with us. The Nigerian missions in the U.S. held a virtual town hall meeting on Sunday with Nigerians across the country to address diaspora concerns and counter online misinformation. The three missions are the Embassy of Nigeria in Washington, D.C., the Consulate General of Nigeria in New York, and the Consulate General of Nigeria in Atlanta. From 7 p.m. until 11:15 p.m. as against the initial 9 p.m. New York time, hundreds of Nigerians tuned in, speaking directly to their diplomats. The participants raised pressing issues and received candid answers on matters ranging from passports and visas to investment, trade, and national image. The meeting also offered constructive criticisms and discussed practical solutions for improving services at the missions. Ambassador Samson Itegbuje, the acting ambassador of Nigeria to the U.S., announced that New York and Atlanta now each have a passport printer, with Washington, D.C. operating two to speed up processing. The passport printers were initially domiciled only in Washington, D.C., while the consulates general in Atlanta and New York took turns to travel to Washington, D.C. to print passports every month. The participants pledged continued defense of Nigeria's image in the U.S. and attraction of investment to their homeland. The meeting ended with an invitation to Nigerians across the U.S. to attend the 2025 Independence Day Parade and Carnival in New York in October. Meanwhile, the Benue chapter of the Federation of Agricultural Commodity Association of Nigeria has taken steps to reposition, reform, reorganize, and strengthen commodity associations in the state. The coordinator, Benue Fakan, Mr. Vitalis Tanongu, said that the initiative was to reinvigorate the associations to adopt best agronomic practices to boost food production. The coordinator stated in a letter to the FACA National President on Monday in Makurdi that a committee had been immediately constituted to review the association for improved performance and coordination. Tanangu said that upon assuming office in March, he discovered that commodity associations were in a comatose state and there was an urgent need to revive them. In the meantime, the federal government is set to arraign Idris Someza, Al-Qasim Idris, Jamil Abdul Malik, Abdul Halim Idris, and Momo Abubakar, who are alleged to be responsible for the June 5, 2022 bombing of St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State. The suspects are said to be arraigned before Justice Obiora Egwatu of the Federal High Court, Abuja. The federal government filed 9 counts bordering on terrorism against the 5 defendants. The arraignment of the suspects comes 3 years after the then Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, said those behind the attack were arrested. The National Security Council had linked the attack to continuous activities of the Islamic State West Africa province, and over 40 worshippers were killed and scores injured when marauders invaded the church during a Sunday service and opened fire on Catholic Mass. You're still watching news analysis live on Business TV. Still to States hit by 68% spike in foreign debt payments. Details of this headline and more news content after a quick break. Stay with us. Non-business matters, states collectively spent about 235.58 billion naira on servicing external debt obligations in the first half of 2025. This is according to an analysis of the data from the Federal Account Allocation Committee disbursement released by the National Bureau of Statistics. The amount represents a sharp increase of 95.65 billion naira or 68.4% when compared with the 139.92 billion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2024, showing the mounting pressure of dollar-dominated debt repayments on state finances in the wake of the naira's depreciation. It is crucial to note that the federal government undertakes external debt servicing on behalf of the states through an irrevocable standing payment order arrangement, which authorizes automatic deductions from their monthly FAC allocations. And under this process, once an external loan has been approved and the subsidiary agreement executed, the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, working with the Federal Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank of Nigeria, deducts the agreed debt service amount before releasing allocations to the states. On the foreign scene, India's Supreme Court on Monday ordered the removal of tens of thousands of stray dogs from the capital, citing public safety concerns after a surge in dog bites. India is home to millions of stray dogs and deadly attacks, particularly on children and the elderly, are regularly reported by the city's media. At least 60,000 stray dogs live on the streets of Delhi, according to India's livestock census of 2012, the most recent data available. And some suggest that the number is now far higher, with large rival dog parks patrolling parks and residential neighborhoods across the city. The country accounts for more than a third of global rabies deaths, according to the World Health Organization, a crisis exacerbated by a lack of sterilization programs and legal restrictions on canine culling. The court asked city authorities to set up dog shelters within 8 weeks and maintain daily records of the canines captured. Well, we've come to the end of the news analysis live on Politics and Business Television. I am Bulus Joanna Ray. Do have a lovely day. Bye.